One of the most important tasks of architects is the creation of a floor plan layout for a building. But how it should look like and what are the key concepts to create a correct, clear and nice floor plan using AutoCAD? Hello designers, welcome back to my channel. I'm Fatma Nuzaili. I create tutorials for architects every week, so if you're new here and you love design and architecture, don't forget to subscribe. In this tutorial, I will share with you the 5 keys to improving your floor plan presentation. Firstly, to better understand the floor plan creation and presentation, I want to show you the components of a floor plan. I have here this example showing zoning of ground floor plan. As you can see, there are 2 main zones, day zone and night zone, according to the function of each one. In architecture, we usually use geometry to define form, size and location of the different areas and rooms required by the client. So the geometry is relevant in floor plan creation, and that's why it's important to use the grid lines, which are the first plan component. We can also use the grid lines to define the location of the columns and combine form, function and structure to get a coherent design. The second component is the exterior and interior walls, which define the boundary of each space. Also, we have the windows and openings, the kitchen and bathrooms fixtures, and finally the furniture. So these are the main floor plan components, and to get a correct, clear and nice floor plan, we need a graphical style. So without further ado, let's jump into the 5 keys aforementioned. The first key is the use of line weight. As you probably know, the floor plan is an overhead view of a horizontal cut through the building, usually taken at 1 meter above the floor level. So the first principle is that things that you are cutting through, mainly the walls, should always be the heaviest on the page. Using line weight, we create a contrast between thin and thick lines. Heavy lines are used for walls, light for doors and windows, and fine lines are used for furniture and appliances. Key number 2 is to use layers. In my floor plan, I use 20 layers to better control each element separately, from the axes, walls, with the separate layers for each wall type, to the sanitary and kitchen equipment, and finally the annotation. It helps me a lot, especially with the pen assignment, which I will explain at the end of this tutorial. The third key is the use of scale elements. By adding furniture, cars, trees and other scale elements, we get a feel of room dimensions, which will introduce the real sense that your architecture is meant to be inhabited. Doing this also ensures that you are accommodating the design to allow the end users to functionally use the architecture. Key number 4 is to use hatches and colors. Hatches are important to give depth to the drawing and to indicate the materials used. Usually we give hatch to the walls and columns according to their material, whether it's masonry, concrete or gyps. Also, we can use the colors to show up the windows and doors. I like to use blue color for glass windows and brown for wooden doors. The final key is annotations. To finalize the drawing, it's important to add annotations, such as dimensions, levels, room names, and later on, when we develop the project, we will be adding more information, like doors and windows tags and notes. You don't have to draw everything. Annotations describe things you can't show. And finally, please don't use hand letters fonts. It's not appropriate for architectural drawings. Now I will show you how to get this result using the pen assignment. First, open your AutoCAD file, press Ctrl P. At the top right, we have the plot style table, which is the pen assignment. We have here the default settings. And to create a new one, go to Edit. Here at this left window, we have the colors, and each color has a number from 1 to 255. Every color has properties. Firstly, we have here the print color, so you can use the color in your screen, for example red, but in the print it will be black. And as I mentioned earlier, the key number 1 is line weight, so this is the most important property. Also, we have the line and style. It's better to make it square to get a sharp corner. Now we will assign each color to a specific property. Then we will use these colors in our layers. Here, as you can see in this table, I have my list of layers. Each layer has a screen color and a print color. For example, here this color 190 in the screen, but when I print it, it will be black. Also, each color is related to the line weight assigned in my plot style. Let's take an example and check my pen assignment. These are my layers. I will check this layer, which has the color 190. Press Ctrl P. Then select the pen assignment, which is pen 100 scale. Then click on Edit. Find the color 190. Now let's check the properties. As you can see, the color is black, line weight is 105, line and style square. Now let's print it and check. The purple line becomes black and very thin. Now let's change it to red, for example. So press Ctrl P, Edit, and find color 190, change it to red. So let's check the print now. So the dimension line becomes red. Now I want to show you the line and style, how it will look like when you make it square. Let's print again. It's clear here that we have a very sharp corner. Now let's change it and one more time to see the difference. As you can see, the corner is not sharp, and it's better when we make it sharp. The drawing will look clean and accurate. If you want to use my plot style, you can download it from the description. But when you download it, you have to put it in the correct location. So open the control panel, go to Autodesk Plot Style Manager, then open Plot Styles and paste it here. If you're still watching, thank you so much, I appreciate it. I hope this tutorial was helpful for you. Don't hesitate to post your questions in a comment. I will try to create another video showing how to do the same thing in Revit very soon. So click on subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out my next videos. See you next week and have a nice day.